Hey guys, give me 1 second here. Just making sure the levels of everything's good. Last time the levels kind of got a little blasted, so give me 1 second here. Let me just go ahead and do this. I think that'll work. That'll keep it from being blasted. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so give me 1 more second here. And we will begin now. Uh-oh. There we go. Okie dokie. Just had to make sure we were all set there. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing again? Welcome back to another ZolYin Podcast today, okay? Where we talk about books, brains, and blockchains. I'm your host, Yin, and today we're going to talk about something a little more dour, okay? So, I'm all caught up, by the way, on the episode numberings. I did notice, little spoiler there. Don't want a little spoiler there. I did want to let you guys know I did catch up on the numberings. You know, was a little out there, a little a little out of order. But that's because honestly, the topic was, wasn't the right time and place. I actually had the topic ready ahead of time, but it really wasn't the time and place to talk about that particular topic about the whole Zuckerberg thing, especially after I had just talked about Zuckerberg like a day or two prior, where I would have originally would have uploaded that one, recorded that one, right? And there was a lot of other stuff going on that was more pertinent at the time, so I just wanted to put that in the back. Stuff that's kind of like, it's fun, we have a good time, and all that stuff, but also it's like kind of, on the grand scheme of things, it's kind of superfluous. It's just a good anecdote, if anything, about the person, kind of get you insight on the person's mindset. That stuff we'll put a little bit further back in a good time and place. So I just want to let you know that's how I kind of operate things here on this channel. Today we're going to talk about, again, something a little bit more serious, something a little bit more depressing. It's, look, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way around it. There's an elephant in the room in this country, in this world right now. It's a battle of, to be honest, your bodily autonomy, your sovereignty over your own body, your own choice, right? So we have a big issue going on right now, a battle between the individual and the state, the individual and the blind masses, the people who think for themselves and do their own research versus the fearful crowd of people who don't want to take accountability for their own education. That's just life. You have to take accountability if you're an adult. If you're an adult, you have to take accountability. I'll say it again one more time. If you are an adult, you are absolutely, positively responsible for your own education, especially when it comes to what goes in your body. Because at the end of the day, it's your body, and nobody else can tell you what you should be putting in your own body. You, at the end of the day, are responsible, right? For the most part, as long as you're, able-bodied adult, you're able to resist or say no, whatever, and you choose not to, then that's your own choice. You have only yourself to blame, versus if you decided not to and you went your own way, right? You took the shadow pill, you walked out and you walked away. You did your own thing. You continue your life journey, of being a free person, trying to continue, improving your life as you live a free one, the best way you know how. Again, this country was built on what? The happiness. Let's start over. What was this country, based on? The whole country was based on escaping oppression. That's where it started, okay? Escaping oppression. Some people went to find a new world. Some people went for a new fresh start. All this is all together encompassed in the same idea, right? It's freedom of life, freedom of liberty, freedom of the pursuit of happiness. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to really extrapolate on that and not just say the three that everybody already knows. I wanted to give more context. Again, what does this have to do with the whole thing? I want to tell you why this has to do with this channel. This podcast, again, is about books, brains, and blockchains. Your brain is part of your body, okay? You need to do your research. You owe yourself that, to do your own research and to come to a logical conclusion, right? In which you decide for yourself what's best for you. But at the end of the day, at least you decided. No matter what happens, even if you chose to put the wax in your body, the serum in your body, then at the end of the day, you chose that for yourself, understanding the risks, understanding the whole thing, right? That's your choice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, what to think. Again, I think you're an adult. You can think for yourself. I would hope you would do your research. I would hope you would look into all sorts of sources, not the standard oligarchy, because the oligarchy will always tell you what helps the oligarchy. I don't know which way to tell you this. I mean, kingpins are going to help kingpins when it's convenient. Palpatines will always help other Palpatines when convenient, okay? Once it's not convenient, then it becomes all-out war. But before then, it's going to be about camaraderie, getting together into little cabals to do what? To scheme about how to further oppress you. Because again, absolute power does what? It corrupts absolutely. Go look that up. Okay, those aren't my words. Those are words of a wise man. So, I want to talk about the world encoded. Okay, we live in a new era now. Okay, I want to teach you how to handle a sea of bullships. And I say bullships because I want to be very friendly to the ad revenue, the advertisers and all that stuff. Okay, I want to keep the channel clean. We're going to keep it clean, keep it pushing, and not have any troubles. All right, so here we go. So I want to put this out here because we live now in an era where this has become a black hole. It sucks up everything around. Everything. Little things that used to be important now are just, nothing compared to this thing, because it just eats up everything. It sucks up the energy out of the room. You want to go on a vacation with the family or something? Oh, someone's gonna bring up this whole nonsense about what you should be doing, even though you already did your own research, even though you already taken full accountability for everything. You've taken the precautions you needed for your kids, your wife, whatever you gotta do. You did. You took care of it. You figured out. You weighed everything as an adult, and you're doing that your thing. You're living your life. But people just won't let you. They keep pushing you and pressuring you and pushing you and pushing you. Now, I want you to look out. Again, when in doubt, zoom out. Okay? You have to look around you and realize that you and I were one of the few, again, we're not in the majority when it comes to this specific thing. Most people want to get along to go along. They don't want to preserve the wealth that they have built up. It takes too much time, too much effort, too much energy, whatever. Whatever it gives them more work, they won't go for, right? They don't want to, do things that make them happy, go out, be active, don't want to do different things. It's challenging, it's dangerous, it's uncertain, it's all that stuff. That's in their head. That's what they think, right? So why should you go out and have a good time during this event, right? They're already full of the propaganda, right? They've been fear-mongered, and they have that fear. And what do people do when they're miserable? There's a saying for it. Misery loves company. People are crabs in a bucket. They want to pull you down with them. So you have to protect your energy. I've talked about this many times. You can go check out previous podcasts talking about how to preserve your energy. I'm going to teach you again that you need to preserve your energy. Okay? Engaging too many these people is not healthy. So do as little engagement as you can. Be calm. Be courteous. And also be short. Say what you need to say. Move along, It's gotten to the point now, right? It all started in the beginning when the katana first struck and everything. And, you have a lot of people freaking out and fighting over toilet paper, fighting over all sorts of things, knickknacks, things that turned out were it turned out to be over nothing. It just turned out to be over for nothing. You have to think of it like that. This event is like that. It drives me nuts. I'm actually kind of itchy because it drives me nuts. I think about that stuff, makes me twitch a little bit. The insanity of the people, right? You can't fall into that. You can't. You have to disassociate your feelings, your emotions with them, okay? Whatever's going on in their mind, whatever reality they have, they want to impose on you. You have to allow yourself to step back and clinically and logically say in your mind, hey, this person is living in fear. I cannot convince them. They are committed to this lifestyle. So let's navigate out of this. How do I navigate out of this in the smoothest way, fastest way possible? Okay? Don't be smooth in that. You're trying to gradually, trying to avoid their feelings. Forget about their feelings. Your mission, when they engage you, like you go into a store, like which happened to me when I was having an issue with my phone, talking to, you can check out the Verizon episode, the Kingpins episode. When I went to the Verizon store, or I think it was Best Buy, and the employee was like, where's your mask or whatever, and I just kept walking. I didn't engage him. I didn't have a fight with him. I just looked at him for a second, and I just kept walking. You just gotta calm yourself. When in doubt, you zoom out, you look at the big picture of things, and you say, is this worth it? Is this worth an argument? Is this worth anything back and forth? What am I getting out of it, right? You're just asking yourself the basic questions. What am I getting out of this? Is it worth it to me? The answer is always going to be no. Okay? Flat out no. So, again, breathe, take a moment, just like anything else. Don't react. Logically look at the situation. Then respond in kind, in a way that best suits your situation. So, if this is somebody who you borrow stuff from, right? You borrow, like, I don't know, gadgets, lawnmowers or something in the summertime, and they're bothering you now. Maybe you don't engage them so coldly. Maybe you kind of slowly inch in and you just calmly explain something to the effect of, hey, I don't have my mask or whatever. Let me see if I can go grab it in my bag or whatever, and you have a bag with you or in your pockets or something. Or let me go see if the cashier has it or whatever. And you just go over there and you just keep going and do whatever you're supposed to be doing, right? You don't get into an argument. You don't waste your energy. There's too many people. Too many people want to have a fight over this stuff. It's not worth it. Your time is valuable, okay? Your time does matter. Your energy matters, okay? You have to keep yourself at a high vibe as possible. You got to keep pursuing that high vibe. Why? Because people are going to steal more of your energy when they can. And life is so short. You're born, you live, you die. What's the point? If you're going to be miserable, what's the point, right? So you can't fall into their trap. You got to keep pushing through, and you'll be fine. Now, here's the big issue that I wanted to engage. And this is about the Palpatines. You are probably thinking right now, if you're like out there and you're working in a business where they're targeting a business like yours, like the other day they're talking about, bringing back in the mandatory for small companies or something, right? Like under 100 people or something like that. Now, you might be worried about losing your job or something to that effect, but I say now is a good time to look into a different career. It's something that you can help you elevate your life, right? That doesn't mean quit whatever you're doing, right? Doesn't mean quit whatever you're doing as far as like your passions or something like that. I would say just allow yourself the ability to change and adapt with time. When it comes to income, when it comes to opportunities, okay? So if you do lose your job over this, it's not the end of the world, okay? Just remember that. Your body is important enough, in my opinion, to go and leave a long-standing job. And that's coming from someone who has a long-standing job, Okay, so if you have a job right now that you're just like, you're like in the middle of like, do I want to keep it? Do I lose it? Do I want to keep it? Do I want to lose it? Just lose it. Okay, if it's not worth putting something in your body over, then lose it. Okay, lose the spot. It's not a big deal. In my personal opinion, you're gonna get something better. It's just in the heart. It's in the heart of the universe or something. You know what I mean? Like it's fated. You are somebody who's already got it in you. Okay? And plus, do you really want to work for somebody again? For me, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to do this. I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I love having this kind of like engagement back and forth. Like you tell me something, I tell you something. We get an understanding of each other. We trade ideas. I'm better for it at the end. You're better for it in the end, and we have something of a, I wouldn't even say community necessarily, because I don't know, I have my misgivings about the term community, but maybe like a society of conversation, of discourse. So yeah, it's just, this is very nuanced. I want you to understand that this future that we're moving towards, there's lots of opportunities for you. Even the doors will close. Maybe you lose your job over it. But at least now, when you move forward, you can make life-changing moves that are great for you. Good and life-changing moves. And you won't be going to that 9 to 5 or whatever it is you go to every day that makes you miserable. Because a lot of people are miserable at their job. And life is way too short. Way, way, way too short to be miserable at any job. I don't care. I did that and I never go back. Okay, I did that many years. Okay, shout out to 2008. shout out to the economy crash. That's how we got there. But anyways, what do you guys think? Are you guys thinking about just when you're moving forward? Are you thinking about just kind of like moving states? Are you thinking about just leaving the country, and if so, where? Are you thinking about just moving careers, and which careers are you thinking about moving to, and things like that? Tell me what you think, because right now it's like a weird time, bro. It's a weird time. Just remember, all the research you're doing, that you're like doing the background checks on and looking through everything, and all the information you're double checking, and it verifies and it works for you and it makes sense to you and everything, that's real. Okay, that's the reality. This stuff where people are talking about one thing, but actually the authorities are saying something completely different, and the guy who's a spokesman for the authorities is saying something completely different, it should already tell you that this whole thing is a disaster on a national and a world-class scale. And I don't think these people are going to recover anytime soon. At least the trust, that's for sure. Anyways, that's it for now. I do want to talk more about it in the future, but right now I'm just kind of like, it drains your energy, man. I'm like, literally, you see me scratching and doing this, and it's like, whereas other topics it doesn't do that, because I literally just want to leave. Like, I just want to, just even thinking about this stuff makes me want to just walk away. Because I walk away from this from so many people. Like, people freaking out about it. I'm just go, look, I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to convince anybody, and I don't have to. I'm not the, I don't have the authority for that. Nor are you entitled to me teaching you, right? Do yourself a favor, guys. Value your time. As much as I hate to say it, convincing people it's a negative ROI. It's a negative ROI, because in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter as far as whether or not they believe in something or they don't believe in something. It doesn't matter. They don't matter. And I hate to say that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to insult them, but they are following a script. Once you follow the script, it doesn't even matter what you think anymore. So you can't help the people who are walking along in themselves willingly into the oppression. It's just, that's their choice. So anyways, that's it for now. I just hope that it doesn't, because tomorrow later today or whatever, there's going to be a talk. And for me, I'm definitely going to be pushing myself harder and harder and harder on this show. And I would hope, and I'll be sharing the show, of course, as always. And I would hope that, if you're so inclined, to please also share as well. Trying to grow it up, trying to grow it out, trying to get people more interested in this stuff, and see where we go from here. And hopefully, I will be also in a position where I'm in a higher place and I don't have to deal with this anymore. Anyways, that's like a lot, but I wanted to be transparent and open about it, because this is a very, depressing subject and a very frustrating subject. You could tell it, like I feel the energy being slipped from my entire being. Like just I can see it. I just feel sleepy now. I was doing good until halfway through. I was like, oh my god, this is an awful topic. But it is, but it's something that needed to be talked about, right? So, anyways, thanks again for watching. Appreciate your time and listening as well. Thanks again. Have a great time, and I'll see you. I think I'm gonna do one tonight again, or if not, I'll do one tomorrow. And thanks. Have a great holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.